Tony says, stop being sheep. Wake up, black peoples. I don't know no black peoples. I call y'all melanated. If I'm saying black, it's an insult. Trust. Stop the partying. Stop getting high. I agree with that. Stop getting high. Stop buying the fancy cars. Stop buying the fancy clothes and prepare yourself for the situation going on now. Yeah, you need to learn this law. And I'm talking all laws, because we definitely go into the spiritual side. You got to know it. Listen, I need to say this because I've been doing this for over a decade, teaching people this information, and it all goes back to spirit, all of it. Every time somebody comes to me and they're like I've had people come to me to ask me to help them with cases. And for example, I've had a woman to come to me and, she got a son, and her son was in jail because he had sexually assaulted somebody. Great. Okay. So she wants me to help get him off, but then we're going back through the history, and she says, oh yeah, well, when he was a child, somebody said that he touched them, and then when he was a teenager, and now he's an adult, he's in jail. He's a predator. But you want me to help you get him off. And the problem is that he's where he's supposed to be because he ain't in his right mind. You want me to help him be sovereign. But if he comes from under the U.S. corporation and he does that same thing, he's going to pay with his life. So understand that if you're going to be sovereign, you have to be righteous. You got to be spiritually right. And if you don't know how to keep your hands to yourself, if you don't know how to respect other people's rights in space, you do not need to be sovereign. And we're not interested in you being under our nation. We deal with people in their right mind who are self-governed and ready to stand as a sovereign under God in their right mind. Say okay says, what about the person causing the harm? Okay, I'm not sure what you're saying, what about them, but as I said, if somebody is causing you harm, that means you did some dirt somewhere else. And if the person who's causing harm, well, they're going to see it too. It's a spiral. One of the universal laws is the law of perpetual transmutation of energy, number 8. So the law of perpetual transmutation of energy. And what this law is saying is, when you put out an energy, it's going to come back to you. And anybody who returns that energy, well, they going to get it returned back to them. And the person who returned it back to them is going to get it, and they're going to get it returned back to them. You understand? It's a transmutation. It's perpetual, on and on and on. But if you don't want to be in that spiral, all you need to do is control yourself and your own energies. If you don't want to be in that spiral of perpetual transmutation of energy, all you got to do is control your own energies. If you want good things to come to you, do good things for other people. If you want money to come to you, put money out to other people. If you want love, give love. And it's going to be a perpetual transmutation of energy. When you give love, somebody's going to give you love. And when they give love, somebody's going to give them love. And when somebody give them love, then somebody else going to come and give them love. Perpetual transmutation of energy. That's how it works. I say, okay, thank you for that question. I Am Remedy says, sober mind. Yeah, you got to have a sober mind. Noble said, facts. Regina, thank you for being here. Regina says, so much of our history was watered down. It was, Regina. And so that's why one of my purposes here is to make sure I leave the information so that anybody who wants it, you can get it. Okay, that's, universe has given me a gift in that I've been able to research any and everything that I want to possibly know, and give it, and has awarded me for just putting the information out. So I am honored to be able to share this with you. I hope you guys find it well. If you have questions, leave them in the comments section. And if there's anything that we can help you with, please set up a consultation so we can talk. Regina says, it's confusing me to MOOR, M-U-U-R and M-O-O-R. Regina, I want to invite you to find us on YouTube at unarepublic.com, unarepublic.com. Find us on YouTube because we really break down MOOR, M-U-U-R and M-O-O-R, so that you can understand the two. Okay, so once again, M-U-U-R are the people coming from Lemuria. M-O-O-R means a job done on a ship, and that was these people coming from other places in other lands. Mello says, what are my sovereign rights and what do I have to get my sovereign, what do I have to do to get my sovereign rights? Thank you for that question, Mello. All right, so I talked about the maxims of law. And I need y'all to understand, when I talk about the maxims of law, I know for a fact, because I've had court cases in other countries, all right? And when I say maxims of law, everybody step back. Oh, yeah, you know, the maxims of law. Maxims of law are considered God's law. All right, that's the universal law. Let me show you inside of this book, laws of maxim or maxims of law, 200 and some odd of them. Now, let me tell you some of your God-given rights. One of them includes you have the right to protect yourself, meaning you got the right to bear arms. All right, you've got the right to travel this planet without governmental documentation. You've got the right to, catch rainwater. You got the right to fish in any pond that you want to fish in. All right, this is when you're taking back your God-given rights. When they're telling you, oh, you got to have a permit to fish. Did God say this? Where are they getting this from? They're getting that from making an assumption that you're under their jurisdiction. Like they have the rights to the water and all the rainwater and anything that falls from the sky. Well, that came from God. But they're trying to make you have a permit, make you pay for a permit to do it and want to penalize you. But when you establish your trust under God and you take back your rights, well, they're going to give you a permit to drive, a permit to fish, a permit. You got to have a permit to breathe up in here. But when you take back your God-given rights, well, then no permit needed. God said it's for you and they can't take it away unless you sign your rights away by going under contract with them some kind of way. All right, I hope I answered that question, Mello. But there's a lot of them. If you get this book, it goes through what your rights are in this book. And of course, listen, if your God says add some other stuff to this book, then add it. Your God is talking to you. You got to listen and then put these people on notice about what your God said. And that's what we're talking about when we say the maxims of law. Remember to keep that bell on for notifications. Follow UNA Republic for more great information.